75 people. Let's say you charge 2,000 per your mentorship. That's 150 grand per month that you could be making. Yo, most people don't have an income problem. They have an infrastructure problem. That's why you see people with 200,000 plus followers barely scraping by, while someone with 20,000 followers makes more in a month than they make all year. Today I'm breaking down the actual structure behind online income. Not motivation, not content tips, no post 3 times a day, the real infrastructure. Because the main important thing is for you to understand that views don't equal leverage. Let's start here. Creator A, yes, 200,000 followers, random brand deal, no email list, no funnel, no backend. While creator B has 20K followers, has a landing page, has an email list, has a paid community, has a mentorship, and tracks retention. Which one do you think makes more money? Which one do you think has more control? Oftentimes, people confuse the word attention with control. Attention is rented. Infrastructure is owned. Views always fluctuate. Algorithms change. Brand deals disappear. But a structured backend, that compound. That's the difference between influence and enterprise value. Yo, there's 5 layers of digital infrastructure. Online income isn't random, it's layered. Here we can break it down into 5 layers. First layer being attention. This is where most creators live. Organic content, short form, reels, TikTok. But attention alone does not monetize. It feeds the next layer. That brings us over to layer 2, capture. If someone watches your content and leaves, you've built nothing. Capture means email, landing page, lead magnet, opt-in. This is where your audience becomes an asset. Because without capture, you restart every day from 0. This brings us over to layer 3, conversion. Now we gotta convert VSL, sales call, direct checkout. This is where most creators feel uncomfortable. A conversion is simply structure. You're either directing attention somewhere or you're entertaining for free. Number 4, ascension. This is where the real money lives. Low ticket community, mid ticket mentorship, high ticket access. You don't just sell one thing, you build a ladder. People ascend based on trust and results. Now the final layer is the layer that nobody talks about, retention. This is where content drips, community engagement, updates, value stacking. Because revenue is not made on the first payments, it's made over time. And this is where the LTV comes in. Now let's do some basic math. If you have 25,000 followers, 3% convert to low ticket, that's 750 people. If you charge $49 a month to these 750 people, you've made $36,750 a month. That's not unrealistic. That's structure. Let's say 10% of those ascend to your high ticket mentorship now that they've been nurtured. That's 75 people. Let's say you charge 2,000 per your mentorship. That's 150 grand per month that you could be making. Now you understand that the issue isn't audience size. It's whether you engineered the back end enough. Most creators never run this math. They chase growth instead of building leverage. Now let's elevate this. Lifetime value, LTV, is the total revenue a customer generates over their lifetime. If someone pays $50 a month and stays for 8 months, that's 400 LTV. CAC means customer acquisition cost. What it costs you to acquire that customer. If you spend $60 in ads and sales, then you get them, your CAC is $60. Now here's the real insight. If LTV is $400 and CAC is $60, you have scale. If CAC is higher than LTV, you're burning money. Serious operators think in ratios. Healthy ATV to CAC ratio, 3:1 is the minimum and 4:1 is strong. If your numbers make sense, scaling becomes math, not hope. Now let's clarify something. This is the difference between an operator and an agency. Agencies run ads, deliver service, and then leave. Whereas operators, we design offers, build funnels, engineer monetization ladders, and then optimize retention, tracking LTV, and reduces your CAC. An agency increases activity. An operator increases enterprise value. That's a fundamental difference that you need to know. Here's why most creators never built this. They avoid selling, they don't track numbers, they don't understand attention or retention, they rely on algorithms, they mistake views for value. They build influence, but they don't build infrastructure. And influence without infrastructure is very unstable. Now, if you understand what we just broke down, you're already ahead of most creators. The game isn't followers, it's systems. It's not about posting more, it's about engineering your leverage. Once your LTV is higher than your CAC, once you have ascension built, once retention is structured, growth becomes predictable. And predictable growth is what separates creators from businesses. That's infrastructure. Yo, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment down below on what you think. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you can. And yo, check out my Instagram, acegrowth_. I'm sure you'll like the content there as well. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.